trouser, tinfoil hat wearing fools. Another day, another day. It's gonna be 7 days a week for me here on out for the rest of this season, so, which is fine. I mean, hey, I could use the money. Instead of overtime, what they're gonna do is in the winter, when, you know, it's just dumping or snowing and I really can't get out and get much done, they'll carry over for my rent during then. So that's cool, man. Get it done. And so how are things, guys? Crazy world, man. Things are moving so fast, so fast. So I will get these videos put together because I am getting information. I've been doing a lot of research right now on hornets, you know, meat bees, because we've got them everywhere. People are, so I'm trying to figure out how to build traps and how to squash them, you know, make poison and stuff. I think boric acid seems to be, if you mix it in with the meat, you know, they'll take it back, and I'm just researching that. But and then I've got quite a bit on the theosophy. I mean, we're right around the corner, 2025, right? I still think they're trying to expose themselves. It's over the top, you know, the whole, you know, and boy, I don't say this lightly with the Maui fires, and people lost their lives. Just, you know, I'm not saying that that's not true. It's kind of the blatant, you know, the Hollywood didn't care, and Biden didn't even acknowledge it, and stuff like that, right? It was just over the top, where they could have played the game, if that's as they always do, right? They play the game like they are concerned, even though they're not. They didn't even play the game, and they did that for a reason, guys. So I don't really watch the news, so I haven't really followed what's going on, but yeah, I mean, you know, we're all pretty much on board. It's directed energy weapons, just like the Paradise Fire, right? We're going into our fire season here real bad. There's been a couple. A little town of Washington just had a pretty good one. I think it's contained. You know, and then you look at the skies. I mean, they're all just, boy, massive amounts of condensation, shall we say, condensation. And you know how they kind of get like a grid, not a grid pattern where they're spraying it, but say when they blanket the whole sky and it spreads out, there's something, and I'm guessing it's HARP, you know, that HARP, that thing in Alaska, I'm guessing it is, and it gives like a pulsing, and it patterns with the clouds. It's weird, man. Those clouds never existed before. All the way across the sky, kind of like a checkerboard, guys. It's a trip. I don't know if you guys have noticed those. So, you know, we're just rolling along, right? We're just rolling along. What I've been trying to do is, so there's like, I don't know how many acres these campsites are, but you know, it's pretty big. It's like 100 campsites and then day use. So there's a ton of trees, obviously, and it's been neglected for a while. You know, the one owner had a stroke, and then his wife, you know, the other owner, she went into a coma. I guess it was diabetic. So, you know, they've both been down for a while, and you know how people are. You know how people are when you're relying on them to, and if you're sick, you know, it's human nature. It's not human nature. It's, well, I don't know what it is, but it's what people do. It's very rare you're going to get people who step up to the plate and not rip you off, you know. And I suspect that's what's happened. You know, they'd hire a bunch of people to take care of stuff, and they did. They did. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so yeah. So, you know, a lot of the place went to neglect, and trying to do catch up. A lot of these trees, they just need to be taken out, you know, or, you know, a lot of them pruned way back. And then, so what I've been doing is a tree, it's called a poplar. It's a variety, and there's a bunch of different varieties of poplars. I've been trying to root them, you know, on some of the prunings, take the prunings and stick them in sand and throw some fertilizer on there, try to get them to root out like you would roses, right? That way we'll have them in containers, and you know, we could have like 40 of them. Once we need a spot, we need one, boom, you know, because they grow so quick. You can get like 10, 15 feet a year out of them, you know, depending on how much you water them. And then in the winter, like last winter, I dug up a bunch of pines and spruces and dogwoods. You know, I love those trees, and I put them in the ground, but I'll probably try to container some too for that. And I don't know if you guys, madrone trees, have you ever heard of madrone trees? They're beautiful. I love madrone trees. They keep their leaves year round, and big leaves, and they have like a red bark on them, red smooth bark, kind of like a manzanita. But I can't seem to get those. They're one of the hardest to transplant, as to where pines and spruces, cedars, you know, dogwoods transplant pretty easy. So if I can get the madrones small enough, put them in a container, you know, keep them that way, then transplant them once they get big enough. But here's the thing, you know, the folks who I work for, they're leasing this campsite from Nevada Irrigation District Water Company, and so they're the only independent campsite on this lake, but their lease is up. Depends on who you talk to. It changes all the time, 7, 10, 11 years. So, but it's up, you know, eventually. So, I mean, and you know, what kind of sucks about it is they don't get to sell the business to them. So everything they put into it is just, they're just turning over to them. Which, you know, I don't know all the details of it and everything, but it kind of makes it to where why get all excited doing improvements when you're just turning it over to a company. You know, there's no benefit like you would when you'd sell a business, right? You build it up to sell it. So anyways, yeah, I've been doing that, just been hopping. So it'll be 7 days a week for the next month or two, which is fine. You know, it's fine. But I want to get, as I keep saying, get that theosophy one put together. I think once I get moved into that little place, I'll have some elbow room, some breathing space, be a little more organized. And man, organization is the key, huh? Gotta be organized. I need to be organized. So, but yeah. Yeah, man, life's just rolling along. So, you know, with all the stuff they're feeding us, it's because they're feeding it to us. You know, I don't think, well, some of it we're digging up, but most of it, I believe, is being spoon-fed to us. And they want us to know. They want us to know stuff. It's so bizarre. And I think that will be the great falling away. So see, these theosophists believe that there's dark magicians and they're light magicians, and you know, kind of like their thing is like the Force, Star Wars, the Force, right? And the equal, and it goes out of balance, but we want the good Force to be in balance to win over the dark force, which you'll never, you know, it's kind of that philosophy, is that's what they believe. And also reading their writings, you know, to achieve this utopia that they think we're really close. You know, know, especially like with Barbara Marx Hubbard's writing, we are like a cancer. We're like a cancer on the earth, meaning Christians, meaning conservative Christians, you know, Bible-believing Christians, like a cancer on the earth. I think even probably your whatever is it, Orthodox Judaism would be considered the same. Probably even Muslims, I don't know. But yeah, it's cancer. So a quarter of us are going to have to be eliminated. It's just, you know, uh-oh, we got some emergency vehicles here. Alright guys, so I am back at work. I hope these people are okay. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later.